So, gonna play 38 lands. So I'll sweep those up first. 38 lands. So the goal of the deck is kind of just overwhelm our opponents with token copies. So, here I'll read Orvar. So Orvar is a legendary creature, shapeshifter. 4 mana, 1 blue, 3, 1 blue. Whenever you cast an instant or sorcery spell, if it targets one or more other permanents you control, create a token that's a copy of one of those permanents. So we're gonna play a bunch of 1 mana, target one of our creature spells. And Orvar will make that spell. Give us a copy of that creature. Yeah. She also says whenever a spell or ability of an opponent controls causes you to discard this card, create a token that's a copy of target permanent. I don't think that's gonna come up, Commander. But if it does, then, I mean, cool. She's a changeling. 3/3. So, pretty good stats. Yeah, so today we're going to be putting together a list with cards and online. Because we will not have every single card to put into the deck. It's kind of a budget-friendly deck list, but also not super budget-friendly. So we are going to be playing with the form engine in the deck. I don't have full engine, so we're just gonna use L proxy. Alright. So here are the 38 lands that we will be playing in the deck. Box. Keep all of the cards in there. So this is our box of OK blue cards, and actually this is our box of randoms. So I see a good card to play. I'm gonna play Smuggler's Copter because I feel 1 Smuggler's Copter is very good, but 2 Smuggler's Copter is even better. Yep. All right, let's grab our first deck. Aviation Pioneer. I mean, it's a good card for now. We're gonna play that because it does. I mean, if we get a copy of it, we do get another 1/1, so it's a good deal. Boreal Elemental, definitely gonna play that. It's just a nice thing to have a copy of. Yeah, we'll play this in our land base. Memorial to Genius. Just pay 5 seconds to draw 2. It's good for a little source of card draw in our land base. Yeah, we'll play Guild Globe because we will also eventually be playing Retract. So, because Retract will bounce that to our hand, or Orvar will give us a copy, so we'll get a bunch of cards. We're not going to play Relic Column. I like Mana Geoid for now, but I don't know if we're going to continue to play that. Phase Dolphin is nice to have multiple of. Phase it off, and whenever it attacks, attacking creature can't be blocked this turn. So, I mean, it just helps us get damage through, depending on how many we have. Anticipates a great source of draw. Play any of that. Glimmer Bell? I mean, no. We don't need any of this right now in the deck. I mean, this is also a lot of cards that we've already seen. This deck could play Gamblings, but not yet. We'll definitely play this just as filler right now. I mean, it is good card draw if you get copies of it, and it's just also Bully does best. Bubble Snare is a good control piece for now. I like Starling Development a lot, actually. 2 mana until end of turn, target creature becomes a blue serpent with base power and toughness 4/4. So let's just say we have our Boreal Elemental, Orvar, and Sterling in our hand. We cast Startling, targeting Boreal Elemental. Orvar will copy our Boreal Elemental, give us another one. And now this Boreal Elemental is a 4/4 till end of turn, and we have another Boreal. So I like that. I think that's good. Yeah, we are gonna play a decent amount of counter magic. We will play Convolute, just counter unless opponent pays 4 for 3. Keepsake counter target spell, the target's permanent you control. I like that because Orvar is going to get a lot of attention at the table. So you definitely want to keep her safe, as the card reads. Let's read this card. Counter target spell. If that spell is countered this way, exiled instead of putting it into his owner's graveyard, you may shuffle up to 4 target cards from your graveyard into your library. I mean, it's 4 mana for a counter spell, so I think we'll pass on that. But if you're playing specifically to that, that'd be cool, but ooh. I think we're gonna play this actually. So it's 2 mana. As an instant, return target creature to its owner's hand. Surveil 1. So Surveil is look at the top card of your library. You may put that card into your graveyard, or keep it on top. Yeah, so it's a good source of card selection, and Orvar will target one of our things. Orvar will trigger, and we'll get the copy of it. Not gonna play any walls. Not that. Yeah, we're definitely gonna play that. It's just the sorcery target creature gets +1/+1, gains flying until end of turn. It also has jumpstart. Casting it from your graveyard by discarding a card and paying its mana cost. So it'll just trigger Orvar for 1 mana. Pretty cool. Of one mind, no. I mean, maybe because Orvar can be either. So as long as we control a non-human, it's 1 mana to draw to. Yeah, we'll actually play them. It's quite a good source of card draw. Not gonna play that. Yeah, we will play that. We'll definitely play into the Royal. So into the Royal, it's 2 mana. You can kick it for 2 more. It's an instant. Return target non-land permanent to its owner's hand. If the spell is kicked, draw a card. I'm not gonna play any of that. I mean, that's a maybe. We don't want that bad of a negative effect. And it's 3 mana. Does trigger Orvar. Does draw us a card. So we'll play it for now. I mean, maybe play this just because it has cycling and we can target 2 things. Yeah, I think we'll play that right now. Ooh, I just want some nice Frostlink. Final Frostlings. I'm already playing. I'm gonna switch it for this. No. Frostlinks. 3 mana. When it enters the battlefield, tap target creature an opponent controls. That creature is not untapped during its control's next untap step. Alright. Not gonna play any of you. Prying Eyes, no. I think Secrets is so good. I think we're gonna play this, because it's 3 mana to draw 3. Because we're always gonna have 10 permanents. Because Orvar is going to make us so many permanents, so I think it's good. Playing that. I mean, not yeah, I wish I could target our things to give -2, okay, Drag Under's a good card, because it can protect one of our pieces and bounce it to our hand, and we draw a card, and Orvar triggers. So I think we're gonna play this Drag Under. Alright. I'm not going to play any of that, so. Okay. We're not playing with any artifacts. These are all just repeats. It's 5 mana to do that, though. We have like Unsummon, which is 1 mana. I mean, I like Thieving Order because it draws us some cards, but I mean, it doesn't do anything else besides draws us some cards. I love making copies of that. So at ETBs, we bounce target creature and opponent controls to its hand. It's a good card. I mean, we don't need to play this, do we? I mean, it's a 1/1 unblockable for 2. We don't play. I mean, yeah, it triggers when Orvar comes in because whenever another Merfolk enters the battlefield under control, every sneak gets +1/+1 to end of turn. Oh, it's end of turn. Yeah, I don't think we need to play that at all. Sage Road Denizen, yeah, we're gonna play that. Whenever another blue creature enters the battlefield under control, target player puts the top 2 cards of their library into their graveyard. Yeah, we'll definitely play Entrancing Melody. 2 blue, X. Gain control of target creature with converted mana cost X. That's good. Alright. These are all repeats, all repeats, all repeats. Skyclave Squid, no thank you. I think we will play Murmuring Mystic, actually. Because we are going to play a lot of instants, which are targeting our things, so this is going to trigger a lot. And we can copy it, so then whenever it gets an instant, we make a bunch of 1/1s. Yeah, we'll play that. Alright, so, yeah, that's a good card in this deck. Alright, yeah, we'll definitely play Negate. I think we need, no, I'm not gonna play that. Yeah, we don't need to play Savagery. I mean, it does help get something back, but there's cheaper ways to do that. It's a nice control piece, but we might not play it. I'll think about that for a second. I mean, Divination's good card, bro. Let's look at this damage. Put a hatchling counter on this stuff. If there are 5 or more. Times 2 of 13. Yeah, I know this is really damaged, but we're still gonna play it. I'm not gonna play either of those, because one of them's not even legal. One of them cares about you having artifacts. We don't have artifacts. Oh, what else can we play? What else can we play? We'll definitely play Dazzling Lights. It's 1 mana. Create a copy of our creature. well done. We'll play that. It's a good control piece. Can't play that. Red symbol. Nope. No, I don't think we need that. We already played a convolute. I don't think we need to play that hard removal. Yeah, we'll definitely play this because it's 1 blue. Target creature you control gets +0/+3 till end of turn, which that alone is good because it gets +0/+3, so it gets a little bit bigger, so it's a nice combat trick, and it triggers Orvar to make a copy of that. And then you can kick it for 1. If the spell is kicked, that creature also gains hexproof till end of turn, so it's also a protection spell, so it's just all around good. So we're gonna look through this much more, and then we're gonna cut to the binder. Boom, boom, boom. Alright. We're not gonna play any of these. I love Rookie Mistake because it can target 2 things. Until end of turn, target creature gets +0/+2, and then the other target creature gets -2, -0. So it's basically gonna target, if we target one thing with the +0/+2, and we target another thing with the -2, -0, we're gonna make 2 copies of Orvar. We're gonna make a copy of either of this Orvar, right? If it targets 1 or more other permanents you control, yeah, so we're gonna target ours with the +0/+2, of course, and create a token copy of that, and then target theirs with a -2, -0. So we get, dang, that's cool. We get nice combat trick, and we get nice little copy spell right there. I do like that, but I don't know, because it has to be non-human, which it can't target Orvar because, I mean, everything else is pretty much non-human, but it's not amazing. It's not amazing at all. Shipwreck Looter. Eliminate ETBs. If you attack with a creature this turn, you may draw a card. If you do, discard a card. That's good. You just do a lot of... I mean, yeah, that's good. Because even if you make token copies of it, it's good. Floodwaters, I think I'll play. It's 2 blue, 4 generic, sorcery, return up to 2 target creatures to their owner's hands, and you can cycle it for 2. I mean, it's a little high mana cost, but it does have cycling on it. Nope. Yeah, I mean, we might play Vicious Schemes. We'll look back through it. I like this card, though. I love Whiplash Trap right now. If an opponent had 2 or more creatures enter the battlefield under their control this turn, you may pay 1 blue rather than pay the spell's mana cost. The spell's mana cost is 2 blue and 3. Return 2 target creatures to their owner's hand. So you can bounce one of your opponent's creatures and also make a copy of one of your creatures. So we're going to play that card for sure. I mean, it's still good for 5 mana as well, but for 1 mana, it's even better. I think this is good. Glacial Grasp, because it says 2 generic, 1 blue, instant, tap target creature. Its controller mills 2. That creature doesn't untap during its controller's next untap step. Draw a card. I think it's good because it can go one of 2 ways. It can target one of our things, or it can target one of our opponent's things. So if we need a copy, target one of our things. If we need to stop our opponent, we target one of their things. Chilling Trap, we're going to play. It's 1 mana, target creature gets -4/-0 to end of turn. If you control a wizard, draw a card. So we're pretty much only going to be playing that when Orvar is out. Orvar is a wizard, so it's 1 mana. Create a token copy of target creature and draw a card. But the creature you're making a token copy of gets -4/-0 till end of turn. You do that on your opponent's end step, it's really good. I don't think we need to play any of those. We already play all these counter spells. I mean, this is cool. It's kind of cool. Because we're going to play Vision Schemes, by the way. Each player draws 2 cards. It's just a nice little don't go after me card. I love this card, actually. So it's 4 mana, flying for a 2/4. That's it. But you can pay 2 generic and 1 blue to discard it and draw it. Draw a card. You can cycle it for 2 generic and 1 blue. And whenever you cycle Avian Oddity, which is the card's name, whenever you cycle this card, put a flying counter on target creature you control. So, yes. We cycle that, it targets something, we create a token copy of that, and that gets flying. So, I mean, it's just a win-win. Alright, so here is the stack. Let's count them in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39 cards. Alright, so there's 39 cards, and we already have our 40 lands. We're going to go to the binder. Our Orvar, the all-form deck that we are crafting. It's mono blue, so we're only going to be looking for blue cards. Alright. We're not going to play Psy, even though he is mono blue. We are not going to play Psy, because we don't play that many artifacts. Nothing else on here is mono blue. Nothing else here is mono blue. And nothing else here is mono blue. We're not going to play Zinder Split, Eye of Wisdom, because it just doesn't go well without Okon. Not going to play Malcolm, we're not Pirate Tribal. Not going to play Haldon, but we will actually play Essior. So Essior is our first card that we're going to be playing. Essior is a 2 mana, 1/3 flyer, legendary bird. Spells your opponent's cast that target 1 or more commanders you control, costs 3 more to cast. Partner. So she's just good because she protects our commander. Alright. This is our green pages. Let's go to our blue pages. So we are going to play Mass Manipulation because it's 4 mana, 4 blue, XX. Gain control of X target creatures and or planeswalkers. It's a good finisher, and we can target our own stuff to make copies of them. Even if we just want to play 5 to make a token copy of something, we can do that. We're going to play Thieving Skydiver. It's 2 mana for a 2/1 Merfolk Rogue. Kicker X. X cannot be 0. So when you're casting it, you gotta pay X. It's a 2/1 flyer. When Thieving Skydivers enters the battlefield, if it was kicked, gain control of target artifact with converted mana cost X or less. If that artifact is an equipment, attach it to Thieving Skydiver. Just a good control the artifacts that our opponents have. We're going to play Counterspell, 2 blue, counter target spell, protects our commander. We are going to play Kiora Best the Sea Gods, there's the token. It's 5 and 2 blue. Create an 8/8 blue Kraken creature token with hexproof. Is the first on the saga. The second on the saga is tap all non-land permanents target opponent controls. They don't untap during their controller's next untap step. Third on the saga is gain control of target permanent and opponent controls. Untap it. Just a good finisher for the deck. We will play Narset Parter of the Veils. It's 2 blue and 1 for a legendary planeswalker Narset. 5 loyalty. Its static ability is each opponent can't draw more than 1 card each turn. You can -2 Narset Parter of the Veils and look at the top 4 cards of your library. You may reveal a creature or a non-land card from among them, put it into your hand. Put the rest on the bottom of your library in a random order. It's just a good fixing piece. We're gonna play Ruined Crab. For a couple reasons. So I think Ruined Crab's good. Because we can make copies of it. And eventually we're gonna buy cards for this deck that target our lands. And Orvar's gonna copy our lands, which is going to trigger Rune Crab, so Rune Crab can put in enough work by itself. We also already play Sage Wild Denizen, and we are going to play Court of Cunning. Court of Cunning is 2 blue and 1, and when it enters the battlefield you become the monarch. At the beginning of your upkeep, any number of target players each mill 2 cards. If you're the monarch, each of those players mill 10 cards instead, and of course when it enters you become the monarch. It's just good. It's a great card. We are going to be playing Preordain. Scry 2, then draw a card. Which is good. Card draw and card selection. We're going to be playing Encryption of Insight. It's 3 and a blue. Sorcery. Kicker 2 and 2 blue. Choose one. If the spell is kicked, choose any number instead. One option is return up to 2 target creatures to their owner's hand. One option is scry 2 and draw 2 cards, and another option is target player creates an XX blue illusion creature token, where X is the number of cards in their hands. So if you kick this, you're going to be able to bounce 2 creatures to their owner's hands, scry 2, draw 2, and then make a big blue illusion, because you're going to have a lot of cards in your hand after you scry 2 and draw 2. I like it, even if you're just going to not kick it, if you're just going to choose one and return up to 2 target creatures. As you bounce one of your creatures to your hands, you get a token copy with Orvar, and you can bounce an opponent's creature. It's just for 4 mana. And this card's really good. Glasspool Mimic. It enters the battlefield as a copy of a creature you control, except that creature is a shapeshifter rogue in addition to its other types. So it's going to trigger Orvar when we enter this. So, because it targets. Oh, wait, no, it doesn't target. You may have Glasspool Mimic enter the battlefield as a copy of a creature you control. No, it doesn't target. But, I mean, it still helps us get far. It can copy our Rune Crabs if we want it to. It can copy our Essior, but it would die. So, I mean, maybe we won't play it. I thought it targeted, so I don't think we're going to play Glasspool Mimic. Next page of blue. We're definitely going to play Muldrifter, because copying Muldrifter is cool. You draw a lot of cards. We could consider playing Energy Flux. During each opponent's upkeep, destroy all artifacts that player controls. That player may pay an additional 2 for each artifact he or she wishes to prevent Energy Flux from destroying. I will have to look through our deck to see how many artifacts we play. It doesn't... I think we're going to play like Soul Ring and a couple others, but we're not playing that many. So, it could be good, could be bad. Alright, moving on. We're also gonna play Paragon of the Gathering Mists. It's 3 and a blue. Other blue creatures you control get +1/+1. Pay 1 and pay 1 blue, tap it. Another target blue creature you control gains flying till end of turn. It's a 2/2. You get copies of that. They get +1/+1 for each copy of it. So that's really cool. I like that a lot. We might play Flood of Tears, because it could finish the game, but we do already play Kiora Bests the Sea God. I don't think we need to play it, but I'll let you guys know if we end up playing it. Deliberate, great source of card draw, and Jawari Disruption is a flip land that Jawari Ruins enters the battlefield tapped, and it can tap for a blue, or you can pay 2 and counter target spell unless the controller pays 1. So that's all we're going to be using from our blue page. So let's go to the colorless page. So here's the land page, by the way. I don't think we want anything on this land page. So just nothing from the land page. This is not a multicolored deck. Alright. We are going to take Soul Ring for sure. Could go as far to put Altar of the Brood in the deck. I don't think we want to go that far into mill, so we're not going to put Ultra Fruit. We are going to put Nyx Lotus, though. Nyx Lotus, when it's 4 generic, enters the battlefield tapped. You can tap it, choose a color, and add an amount of mana of that color equal to your devotion to that color. It's a legendary artifact. Oh, what else do we want to play? I think we could play Treasure Map. But is it worth it? I don't think so. We're not going to play Treasure Map, actually. What else could we play? We could play Guardian Idol. I like that because if you target it while it's a creature, you get another Guardian Idol, which I think is cool. Magistrate Scepter, I don't think we need. Yeah, that's gonna be it for the binder. Alright, we're back into the main box. So, we're gonna be looking through these cards and finishing our Orvar, the all-form deck that we've been crafting. Alright, so Runaway Together, I think it's a good card. It's 1 generic, 1 blue. Instant, choose 2 target creatures controlled by different players. Return those creatures to their owner's hand. I mean, it's a cool card because we target one of our things, bounce it, create a token, copy, so it's protection, and we bounce one of our opponent's things, so we're definitely going to play that. Golden Egg, I think it's a cool card draw source, plus life gain, plus, I mean, yeah, it's card draw and life gain. Just 2 things that we're lacking a little bit, but we might, no, I don't think we're going to play Golden Egg. It's just not good enough. It just doesn't do what we want to do. Sleep, I mean, it could win us the game, but that's what Kiora is for. Kiora bests the Sea God. I'm not going to play any of these. Not going to play any of these. We will play Amanatu's Augury. It's a 6 and 2 blue. Exile the top 8 cards from your library. You may put a land card from among them onto the battlefield. Until end of turn, for each non-land card type, you may cast a card of that type from among the exiled cards without paying its mana cost. So basically, you exile top 8, and you can cast 1 spell of each type. Like instant, sorcery, enchantment, land, creature. Like you can cast 1 of each type. Astral Cornucopia. Dang. I think we're gonna play this because it's XXX. Astral Cornucopia enters the battlefield with X charge counters. Choose a color, add 1 mana of that color for each charge counter on Astral Cornucopia for attack. Yeah, because making token copies of that is cool. Because when you make a token copy, it has the same amount of charge counters as the original. So I think we are going to play that. We're going to play the Spears. 2 mana, return target non-land permanent to its owner's hand. We're not going to play any of these. I'm not going to play Time of Ice, actually. We could play Diamond Mare. Diamond Mare is 2 for an artifact horse, 1/3. When it enters the battlefield, choose a color. Whenever you cast a spell of the chosen color, you gain 1 life. I mean, yeah, it helps us keep our life total up there, which is not something this deck is good at doing. So we're gonna play it. Alright. Bag of Holding, that's a good card. Whenever you discard a card, exile that card from your graveyard. You pay 2 and tap it, draw a card, then discard a card. You pay 4, tap it and sacrifice it, and return all cards exiled with Bag of Holding to their owner's hand. So, yeah. Whenever you discard a card, it's going to go under Bag of Holding. Basically, it's going to go under Bag of Holding, but it's not technically under Bag of Holding, it's in exile. But you sack it, you get everything to your hand that's exiled, so It's a good card, just not in this deck. We're not gonna play any of this. Yeah, none of that needs to be played, really. It's all duplicates of what we already have as well. That was not supposed to happen. It's mostly duplicates now. Yeah, it was just a bunch of essence scatters and crabs. Oh, wow. That's a good card, but I don't think we need to play it because we don't have many. Yeah, I mean, it does. No, it's that enchantments don't. Yeah, it's only. So I was thinking to play this because I thought it would trigger Orvar, but Orvar only triggers when it's an instant or sorcery that targets, so we can't play enchantments that target. I mean, you can, but it's not going to trigger Orvar. Yeah, most of these are duplicates now. Here, let's see if we already have enough. I think Pieces of the Puzzle could be a very good card in this deck. It's 3 mana for a sorcery, 2 and a blue. Reveal the top 5 cards of your library. Put up to 2 instant or sorcery cards from among them into your hand, and the rest into your graveyard. I think that could be playable later, but it cannot be played right now, because we don't have the fully optimized deck yet. So we're gonna sleeve all these up, see if it's enough. We don't have many sleeves left. Think it's exactly enough, or one too many? It's one too many. Wow. Alright, so we need to cut one card. What will that card be? Alright, one card needs to be cut. So, it's not going to be any of these cards that I'm about to set down, because these are, it could be Aviation Pioneer, it could be Boreal Elemental, because, yeah, it's a 3/4 flyer that costs 2 more to target, but it is 5 mana. It's not going to be any of these. We could cut Court of Cunning, but it does give us the Monarch, which I think is sick. But we could definitely cut Guardian Idol. But it is our only source of ramp in the deck. We're not going to cut any of those. We could cut... Oh, we could cut Shipwreck Looter for sure. I think we are going to cut Shipwreck Looter. So right now, that is our number 1 card to cut. We don't want to cut any of these. None of these want to be cut. None of them. We can't go down any lands. We already play a pretty low amount. Yeah, I think we're gonna cut Shipwreck Looter. And put Runaway together in the deck. Alright, so here is the deck. There are lands, here are our non-lands.